What's going on, everyone? This is Matthew Scooby. Welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't already, please sub and like my channel. It actually helps out my little channel a lot. And today I'm going to be talking about Pet Sematary. Now, a funny thing about this movie is that I never actually watched this movie growing up. I did watch a lot of horror movies, but this specific movie kind of just went over my head for some reason. I remember a long time ago, I was maybe about 12. I was skimming through the TV, and I saw Pet Sematary on there, and all I saw was the possessed Gage like attacking the dad, and I quickly flipped it because at that time I wasn't really too keen on horror movies. But now I'm kind of ashamed to say that because now I'm a big fan of horror movies. I love horror movies. I loved them since I was like a teenager, like around 16 or 18, somewhere around that age. But yeah, I'm a little shameful that I did not actually watch this movie growing up, and that I didn't actually take the time to invest more. And like I said, there was that one time it was on TV and I just kind of skimmed over it. Granted, I do love Stephen King's work. I have read some of his books, especially the book It. I didn't see The Dark Tower because I heard some bad reviews about it. I haven't really read The Dark Tower, so I'm not really a big fan of that. But I have read a lot of his other works. But one thing that I do agree is that Pet Sematary definitely is one of his more scarier work. It's just the constant theme of it. Now, if you don't know what Pet Sematary is, I'll break it right down for you in a very brief scenario before I talk about the original film and the new film. So basically, this family moves to out in the outskirts of Maine, out in the country, and they find this old abandoned, well, not really abandoned, it's an old cemetery that's a pet cemetery that happens to be buried on the Indian burial ground. And well, after a few events in the book and in the movie, he ends up having to bury his son, who comes back and starts killing the whole family because now the son's a demon because the burial ground is now possessed by some sort of demon or entity, as far as they know. There is some more details in the book and the movie, and I'm going to kind of leave those parts out for those of you that haven't really seen it. But I'm going to tell you, the ending to the book and the ending to the original movie are like one of my favorite endings in a horror movie because it just ends so subtly. It's not a happy ending at all. It's not like a jump scare ending. You know what the ending is if you watch the movie, and as soon as he does the deed of burying his loved one, it's going to have the same result as the events in the movie. And also, what I was surprised when I actually saw the original movie for the first time, actually I watched it the first time a couple of months ago, I was surprised to realize just how short the movie was and just how short the story was. Like, it was such a straightforward movie. Like, a guy moves to Maine, he ends up having to bring his dead cat back, he has to bring back his son because of a tragic accident, his son ends up becoming a demon, and then we get to the ending. So I basically probably already spoiled the movie for you, so I guess I'll add a spoiler alert at the bottom of this page. But yeah, that's basically the Pet Sematary story. Now, I do have a few issues already with like the remake versus the old movie. Of course, when it comes to film adaptations of books, the books and the movie are never going to be totally the same. There's been a few books, movies that are based on a book that I've ever seen that are actually almost 100% accurate to the movie. But you got to remember, books, they're long. They're between 200 to 300 pages. I don't remember how long Pet Sematary was, but yeah, they're not going to capture all those moments, especially on screen. And I'm going to tell you, the book is way scarier than the movie. It is way scarier than the original movie. I'm not sure how the new movie is going to hold up, but I'm going to tell you, I do love the original movie. Like, the original movie is something that has stuck with me since I watched it last year. And I am very grateful to actually that they remade this movie because, you know, when I heard they were remaking this movie and a remake of Child's Play, I thought nothing of it. Whatever. Then I saw the trailer and I finally became intrigued. So I went back and I watched the original Pet Sematary. And oh my god, like, I cannot believe I missed this masterpiece. Like, it is such a masterpiece of a horror story, and it's something I want to rewatch at least once a year. So, but basing on the book and basing on the movie, there are a few things that I do have an issue with the new movie. So, this is a badly rendered quality video right here, but right now we're talking about the new movie. So, in the old movie, it was not spoiler alert, it's kind of in the trailer, and it's the main theme of the movie, where the son is the one that comes back to life. and the son is the one that goes off and starts doing these demonic evil things. But in the new movie, it looks like it's going to be the daughter, and I don't really know why they made that switch, because to me, the son being the possessed demonic demon is a lot creepier, because A, the son is younger, and B, there's a lot more childish demon things they can do with that character. But it seems that they're going with the daughter arc, and that's a big change from the book and the movie, especially if you watch the original. So I get the feeling that maybe Gage's character will be possessed at some point in the movie, but to me, Gage was always the main selling point of the original book and original movie. It's just he's the one that becomes the demon and yada yada yada. So I do kind of find it weird that they decided to make this change. I wish they were a little more faithful to the book in this adaptation, but then again, the original movie wasn't that much faithful to the book either, because they changed a lot of events that happened in the book that didn't happen in the movie. One example is the motivation to Judd's character and Lewis's character when they decide to help each other out after the cat gets run over. There's a lot more backstory to that. But there's a lot of backstory in Stephen King's books. If you don't know, Stephen King likes to write characters that have some type of issue that happens to them when they were young. And I guess in a way this reflects maybe Stephen King's younger years. If you read the book or seen the movie, you know that every single kid in that movie has some sort of issue. They all have an issue. And that's why Stephen King's books work really well as far as horror settings. These are not just generic characters. Not the generic father, not the generic mother. No, these are human beings that actually have issues. The mother has an issue that dates back to her childhood. The father has an issue. The old man character has an issue. Every single character has an issue. And so far, the only characters that don't really have anything special as far as their past goes are the children, because they're the innocent characters. Now, the moral of the story of Pet Sematary is that you don't want to play God. You don't want to... The dead should stay dead, and that's it. You should mourn them, but you should not wish what you want to come back, because they might not come back the same. And in a way, to me, Pet Sematary is like a cautionary tale. If something may seem too good to be true and you're warned not to do it, don't fucking do it, even no matter how bad you want it. So I really do enjoy the story of Pet Sematary. To me, it's going to be one of the greatest horror stories of all time. It's not that it's scary or anything, it's just fucking creepy. It's not that it's just creepy, there's just something off about it that makes me like the setting. And every single character that the father character makes, every single choice the father character makes is a bad choice. And when you're reading the book and you're watching the movie, you're trying to tell the father, don't do it, because you know how this is going to end. But him being the father, no, he wants his children back. And that makes sense. But the ghosts in the book also keep trying to tell him, hey, don't do this because it's not going to end very well. And well, he doesn't end up listening whatsoever. So yeah, that is, to me, Pet Sematary in a nutshell. I cannot wait for the new movie. I am a little disappointed they decided to go with the daughter being the possessed one, not the younger kid, because to me that's just a way more creepy. But it's whatever. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I gotta go for now. This is Matthew Scooby. Don't forget to sub and like my channel. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.